What do the hidden sand village from Naruto, Baghdad during the Golden Age, and modern-day Tehran all have in common? Well, they're all based on economics of survival, geolocation, and sand. So, to be clear, a village in the middle of a brutal desert, surrounded by hostile terrain, short on water, food, and natural resources, is a tough place to be. So how does it survive? And also, how can it thrive? That's not just the hidden sand village in Naruto. This was Baghdad. That is Tehran. Let me show you how an anime fantasy mirrors real-world economic history in ways most people miss entirely. If you like these economic-style anime analyses, then drop a like and subscribe to the page, and hit that bell. And also, thank you for watching. In Naruto, the hidden sand village, Sunagakure, is built in the middle of a harsh desert, and yet, it's one of the 5 great ninja villages. Why? Well, it's mainly due to one thing: Shukaku. Much like ancient Baghdad, which sat at the crossroads of the Silk Road, Sunagakure's survival depends on strategic advantage and political neutrality. They couldn't really grow food, but they could sell power, military contracts, mercenary services, and alliances. So as long as their competitive advantage is in place, they're going to remain relatively significant in the eyes of the other villages. So the Sand Village Shinobi specialize in resource-efficient combat, like Gaara, who uses sand as both offense and as his final defense. But why? Well, because resources in the hidden sand are scarce. Therefore, every shinobi uses their talents in a way that maximizes their own skills' respective utility, while being neither resource-heavy nor chakra-intensive. Baghdad, especially under the siege or embargo in the past, developed similarly clever, minimal resource technologies and intellectual strategies. Tehran? Its entire post-sanctions economy has been based on scarcity economics and black market logistics. Scarcity breeds innovation. Sunagakure's economics reflect a real-world example here. Nations in crisis become hotbeds of creativity, or they collapse. The hidden sands economy is militarized. Duh. They literally export combat services. Sound familiar? Iran's Revolutionary Guard is a massive economic force. Part military, part industrial giant. Baghdad during the Abbasid era used scholarship and religious influence as a soft power, turning itself into a hub of Islamic Golden Age knowledge. When you can't compete in resources, you pivot to influence. In the anime, the Sand Village often sells its ninja to maintain economic independence, just as real-world nations rely on arms, exports, ideology, or proxy influence to stay relevant. Sand, heat, mountains. These are key geopolitical advantages for any region in times of war and instability. They're natural defense systems surrounding the region. The desert makes invading the hidden sand costly and dangerous, much like how Tehran's mountainous terrain or Baghdad's historic wall systems protected them from external forces. Not in the modern era, of course, but it worked great for a couple thousand years. So geography is policy. In Naruto, it protects the weak. In real life, it can determine who survives the next war. So the next time you see the Sand Village in Naruto, you're not just watching a fictional shinobi settlement. You're watching an economic model drawn from centuries of real-world strategy. It's Baghdad under siege. It's terrain under sanctions. It's the economics of sand and the survival of states that refuse to collapse under pressure. Because sometimes the desert isn't a weakness. It's the ultimate form of defense. Not always, though. And now I want to hear from you. Which other anime villages or cities remind you of real-world historical powerhouses? Drop your theories in the comments. And if you like videos that decode anime through history and economics, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that bell.